Brooklyn Independent Television.
Now let's check in with Fred Brown, who's around town at Brooklyn Community Pride's Founders Ball fundraiser, benefiting the borough's long-awaited Community Pride Center.
Here in Dumbo, at Galapagos Arts Space, Brooklyn's lesbian, bisexual, gay, and transgender community has something to celebrate. And it wouldn't be a Brooklyn party without a toast from Borough President Marty Markowitz.
LGBT. And while it's alleged that all of us have the same rights, he said, I don't know why, and it seems incredible that we don't. Well, we don't is no longer. We will have an LGBT.
Community Pride Center's first ever Founders Ball.
You know, Brooklyn is the only borough without an LGBT center. So what we're hoping is that there's a real silver lining to this dark cloud. Why doesn't Brooklyn have a center? But I think what you're going to find is that all these centers that have gone online are doing some really great work. But what we have an advantage of is to start a new center and really bring in the youth that have changed and challenged us on the concept of sexuality and how it relates to the world.
In all honesty, putting a community center together is a lot of work, time and energy, and to pull together the amount of people and the help from the borough president, which has been indispensable. He's given us space in the borough hall in room 320, and he's also given us our first $1 million of capital money. That has helped us immensely when we meet with other funders, when we met with the speaker who gave us our second $1 million for the capital fund, and with foundations, etc.
I am so excited that so many people in Brooklyn want to be a part of this. There's not a single LGBT person, or for that matter, straight person, that I've talked to who doesn't want to help us make this happen. And that's probably the most exciting part of it.
We have institutions that reflect the cultural, ethnic, religious, diversity of our communities. And this is just another institution that expresses the diversity that is LGBT.
And I think that services that can be provided, we're long awaiting. Our diverse communities have not been addressed in terms of awareness of gay issues and gay rights, and a home for us here in the state that is actually very highly densely populated with folks like us. Yes.
There's a need to come together, and there are particular interests that people have, needs that people have. Some organizations are trying to reach out to people who are homebound because they have AIDS.
An LGBT community center is not a new concept in the other 4 boroughs, but these founders say it's time that Brooklyn have its own home.
Yes, you can go 4 stops and be in Manhattan, but it's imperative that Brooklyn show its support for the community. Brooklyn has the largest LGBT community in New York in the country, and a lot of people don't know that. The highest cases of HIV are in Brooklyn, and they are held by MSM, or men who sleep with men, which are part of the LGBT community.
So you're saying it's about representing, period?
Absolutely. The center in Manhattan is beautiful, Queens is fabulous, and the Bronx. But Brooklyn needs to represent and have its own center.
For Brooklyn Review, you've been around town with Fred Brown.
Brooklyn Independent Television on the BCAT TV network.